530 million years ago, in the Early Cambrian period, Earth's creatures began dabbling in new methods of defense. And what better way to defend against those who want to eat you than by hiding in a thick, protective shell? These ancient organisms evolved into today's crustaceans, sea urchins, and mollusks. While some of these, like lobsters and crabs, have exoskeletons which are made of a chemical compound called chitin, others, like oysters and clams, create hard shells that they live inside by excreting calcium carbonate. In the case of turtles and tortoises, the shell isn't just surrounding them, it's actually a part of their bone structure.
A turtle's shell is part of its body, and a turtle can never leave it. It grows as the turtle grows.
Turtles are completely unique among vertebrates because their shells are actually fused to their spines and ribs, enclosing all of their vital organs, and sometimes even their heads when they're feeling scared. This one-of-a-kind body plan has remained largely unchanged since the days of the dinosaurs. The aptly named big-headed turtle, for example, looks like it's straight out of the Permian period. If you forgot that turtles are relatives of lizards, just take a look at that stunningly long tail. The giant triangular noggin of this species is so large, it's not able to retract into its shell, unlike some turtle species. The upper shell of a turtle, also called the carapace, starts with a bony base of plates that are fused together. These are then covered by more plates, called scutes, that give each hard-shelled variety its unique look. The alligator snapping turtle, for example, with its massive shell covered in large spiky scutes, is giving Bowser. The alligator snapping turtle is the largest species in North America, and it's not to be tangled with. This highly aggressive species can easily chomp through a broom handle with a single snap. The alligator snapping turtle should not be confused with its cousin, the common snapping turtle, which is smaller but equally salty.
Very unhappy with me right now.
Oh, it's peeing.
I know. Because he has to cross the whole road, I'm just gonna help him get there a little faster. There you go. Oh, he's turning towards me because he's not too happy with what I just did to him. Why did he have so much pee in him?
The shell of the Amazon native mata mata is also unmistakable, covered in rough combs. While they are aquatic, they aren't adapted for swimming in open water and prefer to stay in the calm, shallow waters of streams, swamps, and marshes. The color and texture of their shells blends in perfectly with their surroundings, allowing them to vacuum up small fish and invertebrates that swim by unaware.
Unlike the parent, which is helpless when turned on its back, the baby turtle quickly flips over. The shell at this age is still flexible, and it will be some time before it becomes a hard and bony armor like that of the adult.
The smooth plate on the underside of a turtle, called the plastron, is connected to the upper shell with a bony bridge, creating the snug 360-degree body armor the turtle calls home. The discovery of a 220-million-year-old turtle ancestor, Odontochelys, which featured a lower plastron but no upper carapace, shows us that the belly shell actually evolved first. So it seems the Ninja Turtle theme song that declares them heroes in a half shell, turtle power, actually got it right, at least in terms of testodyne evolution. The upper carapace evolved over time into two distinct shell types: hard and soft. Soft shells don't have scutes, but are covered in a thick layer of leather-like tissue. The endangered Asian giant softshell turtle is an example of the many softshell turtles that are found around the world. While providing less protection, their lighter, flexible shells allow them to move more easily, both on land and in the water, than their hard-shelled counterparts. Softshell turtles, which are aquatic, are also able to breathe underwater, absorbing oxygen from both tiny tissue projections in their throats and from structures in their cloaca, the same hole they use for reproduction, pooping, and peeing. The Mary River turtle of Australia is an excellent example of a turtle that breathes through its behind. This species has been known to hang out underwater for upwards of 3 days without needing to surface for air. Sometimes also called the green-haired turtle due to the stringy algae that gives it a punk rock coif, its shell and algae dew help it perfectly blend in with the river bottom.
While turtles are adapted to the water, tortoises are built for life on land. With their large and high-domed shells, they don't need to be streamlined for swimming like their turtle cousins.
He comes right up to the stream and down the bank and onward into the water. Ah, very cooling and pleasant. Good for my aching feet, thought the tortoise.
The pig-nosed turtle, which spends its days in lakes, swamps, and rivers in northern Australia and southern New Guinea, looks and acts more like a marine turtle than any other member of its freshwater turtle family. This is the only freshwater turtle that has flippers like a sea turtle. And also like their sea turtle cousins, these snub-nosed cuties will never leave the water but to lay their eggs.
One of the most classic features of the turtle is their ability to pull their heads into their shells when they're feeling threatened. But not every turtle has that ability.
The Roti Island snake-necked turtle of Indonesia is what's called a side-necked turtle. It has a giraffe-like neck, almost as long as its shell, which is simply too long to retract. Instead, it tucks its head along the side of its body, under the rim of the upper shell, when it's feeling scared.
The question of why turtles evolved their shells has long plagued scientists. Even the ancient Greek Aesop speculated in his fables about how the tortoise got its shell.
While most have assumed this adaptation was solely for protection from predators, a recent study suggests that maybe it was for something else entirely.
The discovery of a 260-million-year-old turtle ancestor called Unodontosaurus shows that the broadening of the ribs that would eventually lead to the shell was actually likely to provide additional stability and support for burrowing, not protection from predators. Ultimately, we don't actually know for certain what led to the evolution of these walking condo units. Researchers continue to unravel the mystery of how the testudine got its shell.
Oh, it's peeing.
I know. So what should we talk about next? Please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for new episodes every week. Thanks for watching. See ya!
It's the tortoise, the clumsy fellow they said didn't have a chance. But here he is, he's nearing the line. The tortoise wins the race.